Leo's Legion, the three down bros, Roland, Arthur, and Greg, live in Victoria after the Lions go down to the Eskimos in preseason action. My high level thoughts of the game are after the first few minutes, the play between our lines and their lines dropped off dramatically. Edmonton dominated the line of scrimmage most of the day, which results in the score. Arthur?
I'm a bit concerned about the defense. I think Edmonton's quarterbacks, 2 through 4, were able to score touchdowns, and I'm a bit concerned about the pass defense and the pass rush, like Greg alluded to earlier. Yeah. What do you think, Roland?
Yeah, actually, I'm actually not too concerned about the result of the game because it's a preseason game. We're just evaluating what the new players are capable of, and so I think that's fine. I think we saw quite a few things that were positive in some of the new players. So we'll go through that in tonight's show. But everyone, welcome for if you're able to join us tonight. Oh, here we have Daniel saying hi. Daniel says hi, guys. Hey, Daniel, nice of you to be able to join us. So anyway, just some initial thoughts. We'll have our actual show on Monday night, but this is just some initial thoughts, and welcome to all of you as well to give us your initial thoughts on the game. So I'll go through and ask you guys some questions on what you thought.
All right.
So what were some positives that you found in terms of the young players? So let's start with the running game. What did you think of number 29 Bailey?
I thought Bailey ran hard. He ran with purpose. He ran with intent. There was no kind of dilly-dallying. He saw the hole. He hit it, and he gained good yardage, and he absorbed some serious contact. So I'm quite high on him. Hopefully he sticks around.
Yeah,
Arthur?
I think he did a good job. I like Bailey's games quite a bit. Yeah, it's good running productivity.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of James Butler. He looks like James Butler.
Yeah,
shape,
yeah.
Right. Daniel has a comment. The secondary looked very weak. Yeah, absolutely. This was their second and third string secondaries. So, yeah, he looks great. He's referring to number 29 Bailey. Okay, let's go to the quarterbacks. We had Chase Bryce. So maybe Arthur, you go first. What do you think?
I thought he moved it okay. He moved it okay. It's just sometimes he had a little hesitation. Of course, our first string quarterback, it can progress through go through the progressions very quickly, very efficiently. So very high bar to meet.
Yes.
But I thought he did okay. I think he did okay tonight.
Yeah. What do you think?
I was expecting a little bit more out of Chase. This is second year under Coach Buck and Coach Buck's program. And I mean, they gave him the reins. They gave him the reins to kind of just show what he had. And I was kind of expecting a little more because they gave him a good chunk of playing time with somewhat decent receivers, which I'm sure we'll get into a little bit later. But I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, I like Chase. I think if God forbid Nathan was out for a game or two, I think he should be able to manage for us. I mean, he wasn't playing with our top receivers, and he still did okay.
Yeah.
How about number 2, number 3? We had Salter, and we had what was his name?
Daggy.
Yes. Okay, Arthur first.
I think that's where a potential concern is. It just didn't seem they were. I didn't like Salter's ball delivery. I think a little, I think a lot of line drives didn't really lead the receiver to a spot as much as I would like to see. I think he scrambled decently, and Doji, I think or if I'm pronouncing his name properly, he was okay. He's a little better, but it was tough. They didn't have a lot of time to throw the ball. We were under constant, the Edmonton pass rush was quite strong, so they had some limited time. Greg, what do you think?
I was a little disappointed in Salter. Again, it's a little bit of a combination of both. You're not playing with the top receivers. You're not having the top offensive line in front of you. That pass rush is there. But again, this is your shot at performing and claiming a spot. We talked about it during the game. Salter's delivery, it just leaves too much to happen. It's a low trajectory, so the receivers, sometimes when you're expecting an arc, it's hard to locate the ball because it's coming through a bunch of hands and bodies, whatnot, and it is so susceptible to being knocked down, as we've seen a few times today. And yeah, he can scramble. He showed that a couple of times on a drop snap. He got out of there in a hurry and he got some positive yardage, but I don't know if I'm sold on the scrambling ability. Uh, with is enough to balance off that kind of not great delivery of the ball. Because I mean, this is the CFL. You got to be mobile, but you got to be able to throw the ball as well.
Yeah.
Roland?
So let me read some comments here. Gigi on TikTok says, "Love you guys. Love your passion for the game." Thanks, Gigi. Appreciate that you joining us tonight. Um, Q-Man says, "Salter has no accuracy. His ball was very horizontal. There was no arc to it. So yeah, it was sometimes a bit hard for the receivers to kind of see, locate the ball when they turn around because it's so low." Yeah, I hear you. Daniel says, "I'm kind of worried about our backup situation." Uh, yes and no. I mean, remember they were playing with the second and third string O line and D line, and as we all know, a lot starts with the O line and D line. But in terms of the skilled players, we saw some key skilled players that did well, like the running back number 29. We saw some of our receivers like Mayala, Poisson, did well.
And can I throw in my noticeable player of the game, DeMontignac? He
Demonte,
was pretty much everything I had hoped for myself.
yeah.
And I like 87 Williams. I think he made some tough catches.
Williams 2.0.
Over the middle, like he just grabbed it and he absorbed some big hits.
Oh, yeah.
So,
And he wasn't the biggest receiver out there, too.
Yeah.
And I mean, he took some shots and got up with the ball.
Yeah.
And I liked his attitude. He's got some swagger. I liked it.
Yeah. And number 11, returning the ball, a couple good returns, and he was able to catch the ball, good as well. So
Darden.
Yeah. And on defense, we intercepted the ball twice. One of them was called back for a penalty, but 2 interceptions. So yeah, I thought there's enough there. If they were filling in with the first teamers, they might be. I think they would produce better.
There's something to work with, right, Roland?
Yeah.
So all in all, we're guessing the 3 down bros think it was a positive outcome, even though the scoreboard didn't reflect it, but enough to evaluate, and hopefully Mr. Ring Maiden brought in some talent.
I think these are backup roles. These are people on your practice roster, maybe the last 1 or 2 spots on your playing roster. So yeah, I think there's some things there.
Yeah, some positives, and also the first couple series, it was Fajardo and a lot of first stringers, and we were able to kind of hold our own, for the most part, with them. Gigi, let me read Q-Man first. Q-Man says, "Bryce was fine today. Pass protection today was terrible." Yeah.
Run blocking
was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Gigi on TikTok says, "What do you think of Goforth and McKenna at linebacker?"
Mr. Goforth.
Yeah, Mr. Goforth, number 44, I think he was, right? I thought he was good. There was one time he actually broke through the line of scrimmage and made first contact with the running back, behind the line of scrimmage, but not enough contact. But he slowed it down enough that the running back was tackled at the line of scrimmage. So I thought that was pretty good.
And McKenna, well, unfortunately, he hit the quarterback Schneider, roughing the passer. It took away an interception. So.
Before we go any further, though, I'd like to just acknowledge that I think the city of Langford did a really good job putting on the event today. The stadium was fun. It was very intimate. I mean, we were up close and personal with the benches. The officials barely had any room to run the markers up and down, but the vibe there was fun. The vibe there was enjoyable. The vibe was pure CFL.
Yeah, for sure. One really memorable moment for me was number 70, McNamee, the kicker and punter. We actually got to meet up with him before the game, and a very humble guy. We said, "Hey, here you got quite a leg there." He says, "Who said that?"
He has quite a leg, I tell you.
During practice, he was kicking like huge kicks, and then the 1-point convert, he kicked way over the stands roof, and the ball got stuck there. He never got the ball back. So that was pretty fun. Let me read some comments. Q-Man says edges and nose tackles were awful today. No pressure at all. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our first stringers, I'm hearing some good stuff out of training camp with our first string D-line. So I guess next week, when hopefully they get to play at least one quarter against Winnipeg, then we'll see more of that.
Yeah. Agreed.
Um, Mark Mark Go Lions. Hey Mark, I think this might be the first time we're talking to you, so welcome. Mark says definitely a positive day for starting another national in Eberhardt's spot. Yeah,
Yeah, can be.
I mean
Can be.
Greg's heartbroken with Eberhardt, but yeah, Mayala caught a touchdown.
He did.
Poisson got a couple good catches until he was replaced. So yeah, Giggy on TikTok says I was super impressed with Bailey ability to get to the second level. It's really
Yeah.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
Definitely.
absolutely.
If I can just add, with Bailey getting to that second level, had we had a little bit better O line play, I think he might. I mean, but we remarked on that. He gets to that second level. He's taking on 4 guys on his own. If some of those on linemen could get off their blocks after getting him through that initial hole and lead him through, kind of like the Edmonton O line did when their running backs gashed us up the middle for what, an average of 8 yards a carry or more. But again, this is evaluation, so a lot of positives, some negatives, but like Buck said at the beginning in his opening remarks, they expect mistakes, but this is where you got to show up and claim your spot.
Yeah, I think Ryan Rigmaiden said at the beginning of the game, before the game started, that of all the groups, the running back team was the highest performing. It'd be hardest for him to make some cuts there. Okay, Daniel says, "What did you guys think of our return game? Looked great on CFL Plus."
I thought they had some good returns. What do you think, Greg?
Yeah.
Greg loves special
I
teams.
saw
Yes,
some bright
yes,
spots
Greg.
on those returns. They definitely have some attitude. We had a return late in the game. I believe it was number 11. Is that Durden?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
was it 80? I can't remember.
And no, anyway,
was
he
early
came.
on,
He
yeah.
came up that sideline. I mean, he gets the ball, he makes a decision, and he acts on it. And he was flying up that sideline, and he got hammered because he's not the biggest guy, and he came flying out. And I think he took out the entire medical, all the training
yes.
equipment for the Elks
That was
bench.
11. Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets up. He again, good sport. He walked off, and then takes a shove, and I think someone flattened him. He got up, stood his ground, and then walked away. He had good composure, and yeah, that's a bright spot. In you know what, I'm hoping he gives certain returners that are incumbent a run for the money, but we'll talk about that in another show. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see.
But no, there were bright spots in the return game. Punting I was happy with Meyer, and then if McNamee is the heir apparent to Sean White, when Mr. White decides to do something other than kicking, I think you were in good feet
Yeah, he can do that.
versus hands.
He's got a big leg, that guy.
Yeah, I think during warm up he wasn't even winding up. He was popping them from 35 yards away, and he was just kind of chipping at the ball. And it was like, okay, and he's got hang time. It's great.
All right. So yeah, those were just some quick thoughts. We're gonna do this for the rest of the season, like sometime after game day. We're gonna do a quick live stream just for quick thoughts and reactions. Get your quick thoughts as well, and then on Monday we'll do our regular show at 8 p.m. A couple more comments. Giggy says on TikTok, you should have done this on the ferry. Would have been fun to watch. We thought about that, but then we might lose internet connection. That's the only issue. Daniel says, was kicking them over the stadium. I saw. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You know, the funny thing there was that in the previous drive, during a convert, the Edmonton kicker kicked it over the lower roof.
Yeah.
On the one end of the field.
They
Right?
had a net up on that side to keep
Yes.
that from happening, but he cleared the net.
He cleared the net, but it was a lower roof. And then when it was our turn, when we did the 1 point convert, not only did he kick it over the roof, it stayed up in the roof.
Yeah. And it was farther away.
It was, yeah. All right. So guys, thanks for hanging with us. Appreciate your time, and we'll catch you on Monday 8 p.m. for our regular show. Okay, and yeah, really excited for football to be starting again. So hope to be able to hang with you for the rest of the season. All right, take care, guys.
All right, go
Go
Lions.
Lions.
Bye bye.